All right, we'll go ahead and get started. We do have a quorum, so we'll go ahead and get started. The Board of Trustees regularly scheduled meeting for Tuesday, May 28th for the Public Defender Service Corporation will be called to order. We'll go ahead and take roll, determine that we have a quorum, and then discuss the notice. So Kathy, can you just call roll?
Yes, Your Honor. Chairman Chief Justice Robert J. Torres.
I'm present.
Vice Chairman Presiding Judge Alberto C. Lamarena III.
Present.
Trustee Guambar President Jackie T. Terlahi.
It's not here.
Trustee Donna R. Munya Kanata.
She's also not here.
Trustee Dr. Christiana S. Whitman.
Present.
So we do have a quorum. 3 out of the 5 members are present. Unfortunately, with the next item, proof of notice of the meeting, we did not timely publish the requirement for the notice in accordance with the open government law. And so it did not run on the radio or published, even though it was included on the websites. It did not, the publication required under GCA 8107 was not complied with and 8106 in terms of the public notice. So we are not going to be able to have a meeting today or take any action on the agenda. The agenda items will roll over and until the next meeting, which will be on June 25th. So we are not going to proceed with a formal meeting or take any action. We will go ahead and skip over the financial status update. And just since we're here, I'll take advantage of at least a little bit to have brief reports from each of the 3, the director, the managing attorneys from APD and CLC, with the understanding that all of the reports that are made or discussed today will also have to be done at the June meeting in its entirety, in addition to any new items that they will do. And we'll skip new business entirely. We just want to take advantage of being here together and not waste the time and the schedule and just quickly get some updates for informational purposes only. So with that, we'll ask the PDSC Executive Director to just give us a brief report, and same with the APD Managing and the CLC, with the understanding again that this entire report will have to be delivered at the June meeting along with any new business.
Okay, thank you, Chief Justice. First, I want to indicate that the ads did run in the PDN. It's just that because PDN is not considered media anymore because they don't actually print any of their publications. It was supposed to run on the radio, but then we learned that they didn't run it on the radio. So that's why we were unable to.
Right. It has to be run in a newspaper of general circulation or by radio and television.
That's correct. And so the only things I want to add is that, unfortunately, I think you've all heard our administrative director retired after must have been like 34 years of service to the government of Guam. So, Kathy Muellen's been made acting in the meantime. And so we'll make sure, things continue to stay on track over here. The only other thing I want to add is we did have our budget hearing last week on the 21st, and our retiring admin director did prepare our budget testimony. She really helped out with that. I don't know if you guys were able to catch the budget hearing, but it actually went a lot better than I thought it could have gone. And it seems like we have support from the legislature I think they'll satisfy our reasonable requests. So, and then the other thing is, we have stats in there, but we'll discuss that more thoroughly at the next board meeting.
Thank you. Can we then, hear from any update from APD?
So, yeah, Annie Gale's on vacation, so their management officer will provide a report.
Yes, she will be out until June 19. Attorney
Right, so we'll
Peterson,
just hear from her. We'll just hear from her when she returns. I mean, there's no need to, we're gonna have to redo all of this anyways. At the next meeting exactly as it's there. So since Annie's not here, even though you're prepared, is there anything from the Civil Law Center?
We're gonna provide updated stats before the next board meeting. We just didn't put in the veterans information. We also will include in the stats. We started doing outreach and we started doing mobile clinics at the senior centers. We did one already. The intention is to expand it to the rest of the senior centers. But that's where we're actually doing the service on the spot. You know, we're gonna work out some of the logistics of it to try to make it more efficient, but we actually were able to provide like 16, 17 services to the elderly at the Inarajan Senior Center.
Okay. All right, so we'll again get the full reports with what was said for earlier at our next meeting, which will be on June 25th. We're not going to undertake any new business because the radio publication notice was not done. And we won't also deal with executive session where we have to discuss the evaluation of APD's managing attorney, which will be at the next thing. And of course, we won't do any public discussion now. And so because of it, we don't need to really adjourn the meeting because it's not a validly constituted meeting, even though we had a quorum because of the failure to have the notice done in accordance with the provisions of the Guam Code annotated. So. All right, so with that, we will see everyone on June 25th, unless there's anything else that anyone wants to bring to the order of the members that are here.
I think.
Well, no, Your Honor, I will just make sure Annie Gale's evaluation was on the agenda. It didn't make it on the agenda
that's
this
what he
time,
said.
but
He
we'll
said
make sure it's included.
Yeah, he said that.
And let's, let's double check, make sure that the notice gets appropriately done in advance and get the sheets from the PDN if that's how we're going to do it with the radio done in advance. All right.
Fine.
Okay.
Yes,
All right, everyone.
Good.
Take
Everyone.
care. Bye-bye.
yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.